What's up, my pineapples? Welcome back to my channel. Today I did it again. Today I have a get ready with me where I'm going to be trying out a ton of affordable products. I have products from Maybelline, LA Girl, Profusion. I have several different brands. I'm someone where my heart just always gravitates towards more affordable makeup and drugstore. Even though I buy high-end and I get to try out high-end, I don't know, for some reason it's just the affordable in the drugstore works out much better for me, so I'm excited to find some new holy grails, hopefully. And I also just recently posted my top drugstore favorites where you can find all the products like in CVS or Walgreens or whatever your drugstore is. I just recently posted that and you guys really love that, so I'll link that down below. And now let's get into the video. Don't forget I upload every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Don't forget to subscribe because it is free, $99, and click that bell so you get notified. So now let's get into the video. Woo! The first product I'm going to be trying out is the LA Girl Brow Pomade in dark brown. I haven't used a brow pomade in so long. So I'm excited to use this, but at the same time, it's like one of those things where if you haven't used it in a while, it can get a little tricky. My main goal is just not to have them too bold where they scare me. So this is what the pomade looks like. Start lining the bottom of my brow. So it's going on really nice and smooth, but then again, this is like a brand spanking new pot. I love opening up a fresh pot of gel black liner. I don't know, something about it makes me really excited. It seems to have really nice application. My issue with like pomades is it can go wrong real quick. Sometimes when they're just so pigmented, it's a little hard and difficult to work with where you have to have like the lightest hand. I mean, I can pull it off, but sometimes I'm just like, whoa, I don't think you were paying attention. Spoolie this out. I can't find like my brow brush that's all together from Sigma, so these ones are just like single brushes. It's not bad. It's actually really nice. It's definitely a product I prefer because it isn't overly pigmented right off the bat. A little bit of Maybelline Sand Concealer. Clean this up. I like it. I like the way it looks. It doesn't look too intense. That's why I stopped using pomades, because I felt like I just couldn't control my hand and I was just getting wild with it. I already primed my eyes with some concealer. I'm gonna go ahead and set it. I have the Profusion Chocolates palette. They just recently sent this to me, so I'm pretty sure it's brand spanking new. I'm a big time fan of Profusion. The one I have on my desk right now is the Sienna palette. It is really good. It also comes with a brush, and their fluffy brush actually isn't bad, and the shader, but I'm gonna use my own because, I don't know, that's what I always do. I'm gonna go into the shade Gentle, and I'm just gonna go ahead and set my eye. Set my eyes. Just one eye. Just one nail. Do you guys know what joke I'm talking about? Just one nail. So next we're gonna go into crease color, and I just realized that these are predominantly all shimmers. I'm gonna try to do a likable. I don't know if that's really gonna show up in my crease though, so let's see. Hopefully we like likable. Oh yeah, it's very faint. I wanted just to try a palette that was very different for me. Completely opposite of Sienna, because you guys already know I love my warms. I might have to dip into another palette for a crease color, but let's try not to. Before I move on, I want to go into the Master Prime from Maybelline. I want to use this primer just because I am using a brand new Maybelline foundation. So I want this to soak into my skin and be set once I'm good to go for foundation. Try Fuse. I just wanted something a little bit lighter. Let me just try to have like a light hand with this. I'm finding that this shade is working a little patchy. Like it's getting more concentrated in certain areas for some reason. And it's looking a little patchy even right here. This is a clean brush because I cleaned all my brushes. So it's definitely not like residual from like another day. I try to not dip into it, but I have to. I'm going to dip into my Sienna palette, and I'm going to go into a little bit of Oasis just to help diffuse this out, because it is looking, see, it's already helping. Just to help diffuse it out. Okay, adding in Oasis helped a little, but I still see that patchiness peeking through. Indie shade called Throne. Okay, I'm gonna try it with my finger. I think this might be better. Yeah, with the finger is way better. That brush, it's not terrible, but it's definitely not a brush to pack on color. And there's also some fallout, like a lot. Even by using my finger, I have the product and it's already packed on, and I'm pushing it onto my lid and I'm getting fallout underneath. Oh no, this palette so far, I'm kind of like, it's quite a bit just for that one under eye. Look at that. So next we're going to be a little bit daring. I'm going to use the blending brush that it comes with, and I'm going to go into VIP. This is a black shade. It doesn't look as black as other eyeshadows, but sometimes black is just so hard to work with because it can become patchy, not blend out nicely. So let's see how this is. Oh, it's actually not bad. Just blending that out. Blending out. It's not super black, but I didn't want it super black. And it's diffusing out nice. So funny because I'm thinking, wow, I really want to go to the gym later and do some cardio. And I'm one where I usually keep my makeup on, but this time I think I'm going to take it off because it's like super intense. I feel like it just needs something. Focus. I just want to see with the finger and see what that looks like. Because I feel like it's just too one-dimensional. Like I want dimension. I want, you know what I mean? A little bit more going on. I'm going to add this to transition that black and this burgundy. Okay, yeah, that looks much better. I don't know if you guys can see that. So it goes from the burgundy to that bronzy shade to the black. And I feel like these shadows are just doing better with the finger, like the shimmer shades. I have the Maybelline Master Precise All Day Liner. It's a felt tip liner, and let's see. Ooh, that's really nice and smooth. Really pigmented, look at that. I usually like a firm tip, and this seems like it's pretty good, so that's what she said. This is good, because sometimes felt tip liners, they act a little funky over shimmer shades. It's really nice and black too, and it's not skipping. I just recently did like the Dollar Tree challenge, and that liner is really good. I still kept it. Where is it? It's only $1 and it works really well. So if you guys haven't seen that video, go check it out. And I'm just like thinking about it because I feel like that liner was so easy to use and really pigmented. Rub over it. What happens? Let's add a little saliva. Yeah, so it's not waterproof. I was just curious on that. Okay, I should have freaking recorded this, but when I use the liner, I really like how there's a lot of space with the brush applicator. So what I did was I just turned it to the side. I was like, and it went ahead and did my line really nice and quick on my eyelid. So if you're someone where you're like, this is just taking way too long, this is perfect for that. I find that if you constantly use a felt tip all the time, like every time you use it, you're taking a little bit of the liner's soul. It loses its tip. But if you can use the side and utilize it, then it'll kind of sustain like the shape. Do you know what I'm saying? Or just no? Okay. Okay, so I went ahead and added some lashes, but I'm going to let you know right now, I'm not enjoying the burgundy shade. It looks faded. It looks like it already lost pigment, and I've literally just been sitting here. Can you imagine when the wind actually hits my face? It's like goodbye. It just looks patchy, unfortunately. I'm really surprised because I was super stoked for this palette because I love this sienna so much. Just not my favorite. It's pretty patchy. I was swatching other shades and just so much fallout, and it's just not my fave palette. We're gonna keep it moving. Choo choo. Now I'm a huge time fan of the Superstay foundation from Maybelline, the 24-hour full coverage, but they also came out with a stick. So this one just says multi-use cream to matte formula, precision, a blender, and it's full coverage. So I'm excited to see a stick form. Could be a little bit more convenient and fast. So let's see. I'm gonna be using the shade 220 Natural Beige. Yeah, I am 220 in this one as well. So I haven't really found a stick foundation that I completely just love. Give it an attempt, and I'm going to use the blender at the back. Usually I don't really care for these applicators, but it just seems like it just takes so long. It's like 5 years later. I'm going to use my own sponge. I'll use my own sponge since I do put a sponge at the end. So let's just try this baby out. I'm just going to go like that. Hopefully I didn't put too much. It does say full coverage. This is just my 3D HD blender from Sigma. Good thing about this is that it'll be such quick application. Forgot to put some product. Oh, let's see how much product you get. What am I going to do with this? Hopefully a little goes a long way because that's all you get. I literally was thinking I was going to twist it all the way up because, I mean, I thought the product was at least this length, right? You would... No, that's all you get. So that's all you get. That's very little product. So I bet you anything, a very tiny, incy-wincy bit goes a long way, right? Okay. That's definitely a downside of this product because, like, what is this? Put my concealer brush in here and just carve out my brow at the top. Obviously, the shade doesn't match me. This is 220 and this is usually what I am. I'm not sure if the liquid foundation maybe oxidizes. So if you guys are screaming at me like, girl, that's not your shade, I totally get it. Maybe this is turning into a Halloween tutorial, but overall, let's say like the positive about it. I really like how fast and convenient a stick is. I like the finish of it. It's like a soft matte. It looks like soft focus skim. I don't think it's flat matte, which is another thing that I love. And it is buildable. I think it's like a medium to medium full coverage. The only thing is the shade is off, and that's usually my shade. And there's just so little product in here. I don't have a brand new concealer, but I'm just gonna use the Makeup Revolution just because I do like this one. This one is in C10. I think this is a good everyday one, and I think the coverage is pretty dang good. And I like it because it's nice and light underneath the eyes. I think it's like one of the better like affordable concealers that's more full coverage out in the market. I'm going to set my under eyes. I have Ulta Beauty's Mineral Setting Powder. Now I have used this before. Ugh, it gets pretty messy, but it's a really nice powder. It retails for $14 and I think it looks really nice underneath the eyes because it's super finely milled. I didn't mention my top drugstore because I said I don't have a drugstore under eye set for you. I don't really know a good one, but this one is a good one. It's just that you can't get this everywhere, so that's why I didn't mention it. This is the one from Ulta. So good. Like, look at that set. It's very soft focus, finely milled. If you haven't tried this out, I'm surprised I have not talked about this on my channel. I don't know why I haven't. It has like a little sifter in here too. I'm just an idiot and I like opened it up and I kept it open. So I probably should just use the rest of this product, and then right now I just closed it. Definitely have to bring some color to our face. So I'm going to try LA Girl's Pro Face. I bought this quite a while ago, probably like 6 months ago. So I have the shade Soft Honey in 08. Also comes with a little sponge. And I also have the shade Warm Honey, which is 607. So let me show you the shades right here. This one is 607. This one is 608. This one probably looks a little bit better. Okay, there we go. I'm coming back to life, people. I'm coming back to life. Okay, this shade is like perfect for me. So this one is in the shade Warm Honey 607. Okay, I'm not going to bronze too much. I'm just kind of contour just a bit with Wet n Wild's powder. I mentioned this in my drugstore video, so you guys can go check this out. It's also a dupe for a MAC product. I'm gonna take a little bit of that Ulta mineral powder. I'm gonna chisel my cheeks a little. I've actually never baked with this, so this will be a first, so let's see. I'm just gonna go ahead and let that sit just because I feel like I just needed so much dimension because, like I said, I feel like so powdery and flat matte, and that's not usually the look I like, but let's move on to blush. This looks so pretty. This is from e.l.f. I love their blush palettes, like the quad ones. They have a light, medium, medium dark. To me, they both look like medium dark palettes. They're very, very pigmented. They're excellent. That's probably like the main product I do like from e.l.f. So I'm really excited for this one because I don't know, I did a whole e.l.f. video and a lot of makeup did not work out for me. So this is called Modern Metals. This is new. They did send this one to me. I really like this palette. I think it looks really nice and sleek. I think this is what e.l.f. should look like. Even though it is very affordable, there's a lot of affordable brands out there that have nice packaging, and I love this. I love how there's like not a lot of negative space. I don't like it when the pans are so small, so this is perfect. And then there's all this empty space. I love a palette like this, so you guys probably already know I'm gonna love this blush right here. I'm gonna dip right into there, and I like how there's also room to dip your brush in because I find that sometimes it's so hard to dip your brush and then you get into another color. So let's see how this is. I'm having a very light hand on this because I don't want it to be too pigmented off the bat because then it gets hard to blend out because their blush palettes are extremely pigmented. I'm already obsessed with this palette. Like, this looks so beautiful. I'm a blush person just because I love piling on blush. I've always just been that way. And I always add quite a bit because it fades on me within the day. So this looks really pretty. I'm just going to blend that out with my powder brush. Some swatches of the highlights. Watch this one. Wow, that's a really pretty gold. Here's a champagne. And then here's that orangey shade, like peachy. Not as pigmented as the others, but that is really, really pretty. I'm actually gonna just dip into all of them and we're gonna do a whole mixture. Wow. That was pretty intense. I'm just going to move on to the next cheek because, wow. These are really, really pigmented. I'm just blending this baby out a little bit. Okay, that looks better because when I first applied it, it looked a little bit textured, like not as wet as I like a highlight to look or really just push into the skin. But now that I blended it out, it's looking better. Blend this baby out too. I want to go on to lipstick just because I feel like I'm so freaking bare on my lips. I have the Essence Ultra Last Instant Color. I have quite a few shades. They did send these to me, so thought this color was really nice, like this brown. I don't know. It looks really pretty to me. This one is just shade number 2. Let's see what this looks like. Ooh, moisturizing. I like it. I think this is a really pretty shade. Look at this brown. The taste, it's like a little bit fruity, but yeah, I taste like a little bit of fruit. Number 6. Dusty Mauve. I'm like this. I like it. These are super moisturizing. These do not feel cheap. And I know Essence is super affordable. It's number 7. This one is pulling more of that mauve shade. The other one looks like a dusty mauve. I'm gonna say though, my favorite is probably the brown shade, number 2. Essence has stepped it up because I remember I bought like a ton of lip colors from them a couple years ago and they were not good. I did not like them. And I feel like it was like their lipstick line, their regular lipstick line. But these have definitely been upgraded. Back to the eyes, I want to add something. I feel like I need something at the bottom. So I'm gonna go into the shade Fuse. Okay, well this shade is easy to work with, but then again, I'm just smudging the bottom. I usually like adding like a little pop of highlight. So let's go into Joy right here. Golden shade, Champagne. And add that to my inner corner. Not that pigmented. I'm gonna dip into the color and then I'm gonna wet it. Let's see how this is because this is just, okay, yes, way better wet. Look at that. Way better. There we go. Now I'm just going to set my face with Ulta's Matte Makeup Setting Spray. I love this one because it has like a cucumber melon smell. Ooh, it doesn't give like a super fine mist. It does wet your face really well. As you can see, I'm ready for like a wet t-shirt contest, but I love it. I don't really mind when like stuff mists like that. It feels good to me. All right, guys. Well, this is my final look. What do you guys think? Overall, I think it looks nice, except the one product that I think I did not like out of the whole entire bunch, I'm pretty sure you guys already know, is the eyeshadow palette. I don't know what happened with this one. I find that this palette is pretty. I think the colors are different, but really looking at it, there's just so many shimmers. I feel like you're gonna have to dip into another palette because there's not a lot of matte shades. This is like, there's no true transition. So it's only like this one or this one you can work with. Everything else is shimmer. So I find that they should have added like a couple more, at least one transition shade in there other than this one because that is way too light. I don't know, and I found that there was a lot of fallout with the eyeshadow. I love their Sienna palette though. I think it's amazing. I think that's like the main product I just really didn't like from the entire video, and everything else worked out so well. The other thing is I don't really care for are my brows, but that's just because I haven't done like brow pomade in such a long time. So when I'm looking at them, I'm like, not really like the look I like right now, but that's only just because I haven't played around with pomade, so it's not necessarily the product, it's my application. Just because I haven't worn pomade in more than 6 months for sure, which is a really long time. I'm just so used to pencil, so yeah. But overall, I think everything looked really beautiful. And then for the third product, I'm like, I don't know about that. The foundation just has too little product, and I think it's crazy that there's only this much. I think it added like a really soft focus finish to my face along with the powder, but I don't know. I just know that Maybelline foundations kind of range between like $12 and $15, so I just find like that's way too much because I don't know. I wouldn't even pay $10 for this. I think that's just way too much money, and I'm sure it's a little bit above that. And I think it's a nice product. I can see myself like using this like quick on the go, but not like an every single day product because it would be gone immediately. I really loved everything else. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down below if you guys have tried any of these products I have tried out or something that you want me to try out. I would totally be down for it. My next video I'm going to do is on the Dose of Colors palettes, how I feel about it, swatches of the palette. I have been doing quite a few looks with it, so you guys have requested. I asked you on my Instagram if you guys want to see that. I got a ton of yeses, so that will be the next video. All right, my finables, well, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. I upload every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. I also have a vlog channel that I've been very active on. On that channel, I do regular vlogs and also mukbang videos. And yeah, that's about it. All right, you guys, I love you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah. Woo-hoo.
Here we go, it's all about you, it's all about me, it's all about what we do. Making art, you and me, trying to find something to